Just a moment, just a moment. Who that Saints fans? We will be going on in just a moment. Stand up and get crunk. Stand up and get crunk. Who that nation against the Who Day Nation? Seems like I'm always the first to be in the chat. Okay. Seems like I'm always starting it off. I'm always here. It takes a while for people to get up, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, you know. Yeah, that's shots fired at my team that normally comes on. EJ is running late. Of course, it is what it is. Shout out to everybody that supports the Baddest Sports Show podcast in the Deep South. This is your boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm always in the house. This is Everett 504. And, I'm, of course, the host of the channel is EJ 504. And we'd like to thank you guys for all the support that you guys been giving us so far. Us building and building and building as we are gaining more subscribers, more people are getting alert to the to what we're building on this channel. Okay, today we got today the Saints and shout out to Derek Turner, one of our very very faithful brothers. You know what I'm saying? Faithful, one of the biggest fans of Sean Payton. He's always bringing up Sean Payton. You know what I'm saying? And okay, one of the things I'm gonna give an update. We have an update on Bleacher Report. Some of the things that are going on. The Saints could bench Jameis with Jameis. Andy Dalton could play his way into New Orleans starting job with a good game versus the Bengals. We do know that Jameis Winston is activated today. Okay, he's activated to play, but he's activated to play as a backup, okay, as an emergency role. So it's all on Andy Dalton. If Andy Dalton wants to win this job, he has to win the football game, okay. So it's very possible the Saints may never go back to Jameis and keep if the Saints are winning, okay. I know Saints fans who love Jameis Winston, and I'm a Saints fan who love Jameis Winston. But like I said, it's all about winning. This is what the NFL is all about. It's about winning. A lot of people base themselves on feelings, and it's just all about facts. Okay, so like I said, some of these reports that are coming out, okay, and this came across on Bleacher Report, okay, and that was Ian Rapoport, okay. The Saints could bench Jameis Winston. Okay, it's a possibility. Okay, if they're winning, they won't go back immediately to Jameis Winston. Okay, that is not nothing I am coming up with. That is just stating the facts. Okay, so don't get mad with me, Saints fans who love Jameis Winston. It's all about production. The NFL is all about production. And that's just the way it is. You know, they ain't got time to wait for you to get healthy. They don't at the quarterback position, they just don't have time for you to put it all together. And I'm a big advocate. I love Jameis Winston. I think he has the most talent on the roster. I think he has ability, the most ability on the roster. I think he has the arm talent more than any quarterback on this roster. I think that Jameis has all of the intangibles and everything. Rainstorm, what's going on, brother? We got Rainstorm in the house on the Bad Sports Show podcast. And one of the things that fans do, fans are fans, and we think we know, but we don't know. We think we know everything that goes behind the scene because we like to get invested. Fans are emotional. We really believe that we're so connected to the team that we invested. We spend our money at these games. We get their we get their pair from we get the shirts, we get the jerseys, and we think that we are invested enough to know everything when it comes down to the Saints. And I want people to understand this. When you put your emotions into football, it will disappoint you. Emotional things in football will disappoint you all the time. Being a fan of a player, and the NFL means not for long. That's what it stands for, not for long. Okay? It's all about production. Now, one of the things I am going to state again, okay? I respectfully, brother Peanut, but Winston is terrible. Yes, a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel that way. And there's a lot of Saints fans who are like, oh my God, Andy Dalton. I'm telling you, it's all about production. Travis in the house. We got two Travises in the house. Travis Williams and Travis 504. Shout out to you guys. Now I'm gonna put this report up here once again. Okay? And this is from Ian Rappaport, okay? They're saying Saints could bench Jameis Winston. Andy Dalton could play his way into the New Orleans Saints into Nola's starting quarterback job, okay? He could play his way into being the starting quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. Okay? Now, as we kick our feelings aside, and this is what Saints fans are going to do, they are very emotional. Okay? Now, I think what they're doing, the Saints have found an identity. They're finding an identity. They have not found an identity since game one. They just haven't found the identity. But I think the last game has proven, even in the Minnesota Viking game, that they are clearly getting an identity. Now, it may not look sexy, and as people want to, they get it's ugly, but it's winnable by using Taysom Hill and using Andy Dalton. They're looking like the Saints are using a changeup similar to college, similar to what you used to see in high school. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's not sexy. It looks awful, but it's winning. And people understand you play to win the game. So one of the great analysts, one of the great football head coaches that when he was winning was Herm Edwards. And one of his statements, he said, you play to win the game. It doesn't matter how you win the game. You play to win the game. And I look at these things without me being caught in my feelings. Do I believe Jameis is the most talented football player on his football team? Yes, I do. I think Jameis Winston has a great arm that can go with any quarterback, that can compete with any quarterback in the NFL. I just believe that. But his judgment, some of his judgments that he make are very questionable. They're very questionable. And I know you guys are going to say, well, he didn't have all of the tools. He didn't have all the tools. When he played with Tampa Bay, they didn't give him nothing. In Tampa Bay, they didn't do enough for Jameis Winston. So we're going to revert back to Tampa Bay. This is what Saints fans are going to do. They're going to go it's going on 4 years, because I think he's been with New Orleans for 3 years. He sat behind Drew Brees for 2 years. He's been with New Orleans for 3 years. So the point what I'm making to you, you're going to revert back to his Tampa days. This is what Saints fans are going to do. They're going to revert back on why Jameis didn't get the tools. Now, he had Godwin, he had Doug Martin as a running back, and he had Mike Evans as a wide receiver. And then Saints fans are going to say, well, he didn't have coaching. Well, he had Bruce Arians, and Bruce Arians gets Tom Brady and win a Super Bowl. He comes to New Orleans. He learns under the greatest quarterback in Saints history, Drew Brees. He learns under the greatest quarterback in Saints history, Drew Brees. He sits on among one of the greatest football coaches in NFL, Sean Payton. And what did he learn? Under Sean Payton, he learned to not turn the football over. It wasn't about stats when Jameis was playing under Sean Payton. He wasn't risking it and biscuing it. He wasn't just going out there looking for the deep bomb all the time. He was looking at the checkdowns. The Jameis I saw last year was effective. The Jameis Winston I saw last year was not a turnover machine. He would use his check down to Alvin Kamara. He would throw the ball, the short pass, rely on getting. His numbers was not big last year. He didn't have barely games over 200 yards. But he was very effective, Saints fans. Being effective was checking the football down, living to see the next day. And these are some of the things that you have to understand. These are the things that you have to understand. Okay? So give me 1 second. I'm going to send you the link. I don't understand why you guys are not getting these links or whatever. I send these things to you guys, okay? So I'm gonna give you the link. Give me 1 second. I think we put the link in the chat. Are you able to hit the StreamYard right here? You can hit the StreamYard right there. Are you able to hit that hump? Let me know if you're able to hit that at the top. The link is in the chat at the top. Anybody would like to come on is welcome to come on. So give me 1 second. I'm trying to send this information to you. Just give me a second, Saints fans. Anybody who would like to come on, just come on in the chat. Just give me 1 second. I will share the link. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna share also the link through Messenger. Okay, I'm also gonna send the link through Messenger, and then you guys will be able to come on. Okay, give me 1 second. I will go invite guests right now. Okay, Humphrey, the link is being sent to you right now. Okay, there you go. It's actually in your messenger. Okay, Hump is right there. Okay, just take your mic off. Let me know if you can hear.
Hold on, let me mute.
Okay. Okay, I also send you a link. I also send you another link in the chat. I mean, in your messenger. You were having trouble coming on. Okay. All right, back to what I was saying, and I'm all about facts driven today. Okay, um, I'm not making shots at Saints fans, but I'm going to bring up the story once again. Okay, this story that you guys are watching. Okay, and this came from Ian Rappaport. Okay, this report came from Ian Rappaport that and most of the times when they link stuff like this is the truth. Most of the times when you hear from Ian Rappaport, it's true. And the fact that the Saints may be moving away from Jameis Winston if Andy plays well, if Andy continues winning, Jameis may never get an opportunity to get back on unless Andy falters. So it's basically Andy Dalton's team to lose. It's basically Andy Dalton's team to lose. Now, it's not fair. It's not fair. I know it's not fair. I know a lot of Saints fans. Oh, this is ridiculous. This is just not fair. Production. And I constantly try to tell you, it's nothing have to do. It's production. You see, one guy that has not been here in this offense, have not been in this system. And you see another guy who's been in this system for 3 years.
Well,
I'm gonna mute my mic.
Well, I mean, and hey, bro, it's not a black and white thing. It's whoever's winning. And right now, for at least last week, Andy Dalton won. And we got a short week this week coming. So let's look at the real thing now. If my man is ready, but and Andy Dalton is still playing well, I say you wait a few more weeks. I mean, like I'm saying again, bro. Look, I'm just not gonna just throw it all in and say, okay, man. Well, no Jameis Winston, no Andy Dalton. Let's go with Taysom Hill. That's not gonna happen. So, I'm a mute and let you respond to that.
Well, Taysom Hill is not let me get this straight. Let me let you know. Taysom Hill is not even in this conversation as the starting quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. So anybody coming with some bogus stuff about Taysom Hill, don't do it. Don't do it. Taysom Hill is a part of the equation of helping us win. He's a part of, rather it's Jameis or rather it's Dalton, Pete Carmichael has to utilize his strengths with either quarterback. It doesn't matter who is the starter. Taysom Hill is a part of that. Okay? So people get out your feelings. Now, this is another factor that I want you guys to understand. When we start making excuses and when we start talking about Jameis and his situation and the fact that he don't have the weapons. He don't have what Tampa didn't provide this for him. Well, you got a quarterback named Andy Dalton who's about to play a game against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay. So, I mean, and hey, bro, that's who's gonna play. Let's we talked about this the other night, right? This is basically, our argument was let me backtrack a little bit. I got to go to my mental Rolodex right quick. But we talked about Andy playing better than Jameis right now, and it's not a color thing, but I just say again, bro, if the guy is not ready to go, don't force him in there. And just like right now, they got him lined up as the emergency quarterback, so he is going to be active today. Speaking of Jameis Winston, so let's not get my man hurt to to try to bring Jameis back in, and I still think he needs another day.
Well, I don't think that's what's the problem. I think Jameis could play right now. Jameis could have played last week, but I think he is healed enough to play. The problem is you can't right now. The Saints don't want to go away from Dalton because they're winning, because the offense is actually moving. This has nothing to do with Jameis Winston.
Yeah. Well, they were moving.
It is what it is. See, you got to throw your feelings out.
Mm-hmm.
When teams start getting its production, it has nothing to do with injury right now. When you go back and look at the film, and you see that the Saints have not scored touchdowns in the first half under Jameis Winston, and you get a guy who is basically Old Man Rivers. Old Man Rivers is leading the offense in the first half touchdowns.
Yeah.
So it's production. It has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with this. If it was about race, they would not have signed him back. Let me tell you something, man. The organization thought that this guy would be the guy. That's why they brought him back. They clearly wanted Deshaun Watson. They clearly wanted Deshaun Watson. They could not get Deshaun Watson.
We definitely dodged the bullet with that.
But we dodged the bullet. But I'm using Deshaun Watson as a part with the fact is they clearly was not 100% sold.
Mm-hmm.
There was not 100% sold on Jameis. Because if they was, it would have been more than a 2-year contract.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still say we draft a quarterback next year.
Yeah, we should have did it this year.
Yeah. Well,
even bringing Jameis back, we should have drafted a quarterback. I don't understand this. Okay. Well, I wanted the kid from Liberty. Everybody thought I was crazy. The kid that's running over there, Willis, who's the quarterback for the Tennessee Titans. I wanted that guy.
Yeah.
But also
there was a few that we could have looked at. The Zap guy. I definitely wanted him.
Right.
From Western Kentucky. So that was they didn't pick that guy. They didn't pick a quarterback. They went with that Ian Book project. Which was a Sean Payton project. So now Sean is gone. So we're gonna go draft a quarterback next year. I'm not gonna say that's guaranteed, but just kind of mark that down. Second, third round where we're gonna get a quarterback.
He out there stealing secrets.
Yeah, that's what I bust out laughing
at. Brainstorm, stop it, man. Oh, man, he out here stealing. Oh, my goodness. What's up, Drunk, man? What's good? We got Drunk in the house. Big Saints. We need this one. Yeah. I mean, wow. That is the quote of the game. Man, let me put a star right here. Let me go back here. Let me go back to Rainstorm. You get a star for that, bro, because that's the quote of the day. That is the quote of the day. I mean, this is just crazy, y'all. I mean, oh my goodness. But I want people to understand this, and I'm gonna go with the injury report right now. They report that Chris Olave is questionable for the game. That was going into today, but I heard that he was ruled out. Throughout Morton, I don't know how to confirm that concussion is still. It says questionable, but I had somebody I think came in the chat and said that he was ruled out. Okay. It also says that It also says that Throckmorton, one of our O linemen, he has a hip injury. He's questionable. Jameis is questionable with his back, but he's active today. Marcus May is questionable with his ribs. He's playing today.
Finally.
Marcus May. That is some help that we much needed help. Cockroach is actually playing with a questionable with his with an ankle injury. Paulson Odebo so far is playing. Okay, we need him. I don't care how much y'all talking bad about him, but we need Paulson Odebo to step up. The players that's ruled out in this game is Hardy. Hardy is ruled out. Marcus Lattimore is ruled out. Michael Thomas is ruled out. Peyton Turner, that is a bust. Peyton Turner is a bust. Look, he's a bust until I see Peyton Turner. Come on, Peyton Turner.
Hey, bro, we could have got that guy in the third or fourth round, bro.
Yes. How many times we spend all of our picks on these people? Anya Mata, where the hell you at? I'm your mama. Who's your mama?
See,
where the hell you been?
Hey, bro. Hey, I've been talking about the defensive line, bro. No pass rush, bro. And it's
no. And we got Landry out too. Wait, Thomas, Alavely, and Landry is out. Yes, they all out. We're and let me tell you something. Hurst, the tight end for Hayden Hurst for Cincinnati is questionable. They tackle. This is one of the guys that we need to go after. Jay Williams, he has a knee injury. He's questionable for the Cincinnati Bengals. And Higgins, that's big for the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay,
right.
He's questionable, but I don't know if he was ruled out. That's a big one. We need to. I know Saints fans gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna get toasted." We don't, because the Bengals, the Bengals have all these weapons, but the Bengals have not been the Bengals this year.
Well, I mentioned that in the very first week, bro. Super Bowl hangover, dog.
Huh?
Super Bowl hangover.
Super Bowl hangover. I mean, the Saints are favored to win this game by 1 point.
Yeah.
Even with all of the injuries, the Saints are favored to win this game by 1 point. So that tells me something about the Cincinnati Bengals. Is the fact that they're 2-3, we're 2-3, and we said that we have some of the deepest depth. We always said this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Callaway. Sometimes you get these guys who y'all look at and say they're not the starters, but these guys step up. If Kevin White catches the ball, I know y'all hate this. He's back, okay? Kevin White is back.
Man, look. I'd rather put Rashad with a bad knee out there.
Traquan Smith is back. Look out for the rookie Shaheed. Okay, look out for the rookie Shaheed. This is a guy that when he was healthy and the Saints wound up, he was going to push Hardy for a position on his football team. He is an excellent deep threat, and he's an excellent kickoff returner. So these are guys. I don't think the Saints are going to rely on the receivers today. I think the Saints are going to smash mouth the Cincinnati Bengals. They're going to run that football. They learned something about themselves.
They better.
Yes, last week. I think the Saints recognize themselves. We have a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan in here. And he said, hopefully my Steelers won't get mopped by Tampa Bay. We need your Steelers. We need your Steelers to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No, don't you talk like that. Be desperate. Brainstorm. We need the other black and gold to be desperate. We need the other black and gold to be desperate. Black and yellow, not black and gold. But we need you guys to be desperate. Beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We need you guys, okay? But these are certain things that are happening. We got a couple of I know Saints fans, when the Saints are put against the wall, when people are ruling us out and basically not everybody's saying that we're not going to win the ball game. I want you guys to understand this. This is when the Saints play well. With guys off the street, nobody you never heard. This is when the Saints actually put their best out on the football field.
Well,
we have not put it together with Michael Thomas. He's been injured. We haven't put it together with Jarvis. He's been injured. So I'm not really, we can't miss nothing we ain't had right now. Consistency. Okay?
Correct.
So we got another Bucks fan. Shout out to this Bucks fan. We got a lot of great respect for this Bucks fan right here. Okay. This brother right here. There's only certain people I let in the group that's out of the equation, but he's a realistic Bucks fan. Okay. One of the things is I like realistic fans who just a fan of their team and not just a talk shit. You know what I'm saying? They're actually just real about their team. So he's always welcome here. Shout out to Buck Skull in the house. Buck Skull in the house, one of our division rivals. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I do want the Steelers to beat y'all ass because, you know, it helps us be able to tie y'all ass. Okay? Y'all beat us. Right. But they said they cheated the Falcons. Yeah, you know damn well y'all got lucky, Bucks fan. Y'all got lucky.
That's about right.
Y'all got lucky. We got
definitely don't want that Jerome Boger down here officiating none of our games, though.
Yeah, we got a black man in the house. We got the link at the chat, my brother. I keep telling people just scroll up to the top, just like Black did. He came in and he was able to come on in. Just stroll at the top, and you guys will be able to come in. I got the link.
What's up?
Okay.
What's happening?
Larry in the house. We got Larry in the house. All right, what's up, man? What's up, Black Skull? Tell us some more about your.
What's up, man? The Bucks did not treat it last week. It was the ref's fault, not the Bucks. People keep saying it's the Bucks. It's the ref's fault. Just like the Chris Jones you were talking about with the Raiders. It's the ref's fault.
Now you can't blame Tampa, because if that happened with the Saints, y'all know doggone well we would have been saying we'll be acting like we ain't got we can't see nothing. We Stevie Wonder. Any fan.
Like Lattimore and Mike Evans. Mike Evans, Lattimore, that penalty, bull crap. Both plays was ejected, get penalized, fine, suspended, bull crap.
Right.
But you gonna find Tom Brady for that? That was stupid.
You can't. I keep telling people. I say most of the times fans. Look. I'm a fan. I love my team.
Me too.
But I could be very, very critical of my own team. A real fan gonna be able to stand up and say, you know, hey, we suck. We've been sucked. We sucked the first couple of games. We suck. And ain't nobody's fault but us.
Not the ref.
Nobody's fault but us. You know what I'm saying? We put ourselves in these predicaments.
We can blame injuries. That's what we blame. We blame injuries.
Yeah, it's injuries been terrible for the New Orleans Saints. What's up, Larry? We got Larry in the house.
Yeah.
I see you driving, bro.
Man, do you think you guys can beat the Bengals this week?
I think we got it today. I think we got it. I think we're gonna run the ball. We ain't gonna pass the ball. We're gonna run it. Go ahead, Larry. Go ahead, Mr. Larry. I can hear you.
Doing one of these honeydew jobs right quick.
Larry, are you going to you going to the Cowboys game tonight? The Eagles, because you're an Eagles fan. You going to the game?
Oh no.
I'm a who?
Oh no, he ain't no Eagles fan.
Oh, I think he was an Eagles fan.
He just got on a green shirt.
Hold on, you see that green on now?
I thought it was an Eagles shirt.
No,
that's all.
No, this shirt says Sorrento Lumber and Concrete. This is an old company I used to work for.
My bad. I couldn't tell. My bad. I couldn't tell.
You know what I'm saying? Their company colors is green and white. My mixer was green and white.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I couldn't tell by the green shirt. That's all. I couldn't tell.
Hey, you got mistaken, my brother, to be a Eagle fan, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
He must be new.
Larry, what's your take on this game, bro? What's your take on this game, this whole situation? And one of the reports that came out, and I know that you are a big, we all know that you're a big Jameis Winston fan. You did hear the reports that is if Andy continues to win. Andy, if you want me to put it up, I can put it up for you. If Andy continues to win and the team gels under Andy, Jameis may continue being the backup. How you feel about that?
How I feel about it, they only won one. They won under Andy, so you know what I'm saying. It's too premature to even run their mouth like that. But my biggest concern today is the secondary.
Okay,
the secondary, we're gonna have a problem. If they play like they played last week, we're gonna have a problem.
Well, the only thing that heals the Saints is the fact that the Bengals is not the Bengals that you saw last year. Okay? Their offensive line, listen what I'm trying to tell you. I don't give a damn how good your quarterback is. If the Saints find a way in hell for Cam Jordan to go after them piss poor tackles that the Bengals have, if Davenport gets to Joe Burrow, their Chase won't be effective in this football game. And I want people to understand that the fact is it's going to be on the D line. It's not going to be on the secondary. It's going to be on the D line. When we play the Cincinnati Bengals, these guys up line is causing Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow might not finish his career because the Bengals line is making this man a shell of himself from last year. The Bengals are just like
Look. Let's not. Let me throw this in there right quick. I'm gonna let you finish right quick, Everett. But let's remember that the Bengals also played a 5th place schedule last year, so they were already 8-1. Time everybody looked up like, wait, they're actually winning. I mean, and bruh, we played in the playoffs, so we got the harder schedule. Not last year. We had a hard schedule last year, but the year before that and the year before that. So it's always been a 1st place schedule as division winners or playoff team. So I mean, hey, bro, I'm concerned. Like you say again, man. Look, the D line, the linebackers, the front 7 has to make more plays, to get a pass rush on Joe Burrow, and I mean, and bro, we're gonna be so much more better with Marcus May instead of JT Gray.
Oh man, so much. That is an extreme upgrade right there. I mean, it's right there by itself. And I know people are gonna keep bringing up the secondary. Well, let's talk about here. I'm not here to make excuses, Saints fans. The Saints had went on the offseason and they made they secondary even from last year. This is supposed to be one of the most deepest secondaries the Saints have had in years. I don't want to hear nothing about Marshawn Lattimore. One guy should not be able to stop us from being able to be successful. That's why y'all can talk about Roby all you want. Roby is expected to play and do well. He's expected to do. Parson Adebo had a bad game, but let me tell you something. When y'all talk about some of these guys who beat on our guys, we're not talking about some scrubs out here. Lockett is a beast. That dude over there, number 14, is a beast. These dudes, and then and that's I mean, I'm not trying to minimize what happened on Sunday, but we're not, let's not act like they're playing some scrubs out here. Okay? Right. Let's not act like if you got your ass out there, you wouldn't get burned by a guy like that. Okay? So I think that's what happens with us as a fans. We don't look at the fact that the scheme messed us up. Not putting these guys in the right place in a position. Okay, right. We need our safeties to be better. It's the safeties, not the cornerbacks. When you look at Tyrann Matthews, him getting May back, it's going to be a big lift for him and May. Okay, Tyrann gets a lot of fault, but if you ain't got your other counterpart to help you, then it is what it is. So I'm not going to put eyes on Tyrann, but to have Marcus May coming back to play with him, I think the secondary going to be much better than it was last week. I know you guys don't want to believe this. I don't believe it's a must situation for the Bengals as much as it is for the Saints, y'all.
Right.
The Bengals have not gotten over themselves. They are on like I said, this is the type of game where I'm just gonna continue running Taysom Hill until you show me, until an NFL team show me they can stop Taysom Hill. I'm gonna keep running Taysom.
Well, hey, bro, and here's another little cherry on the Sunday, bro. And I was talking about cutting PJ Williams, bro, but we missed that guy.
We missed him. Well, he playing today. He playing. You know, he playing.
You sure? Yeah, I thought he went to
IR. So he playing. Nas, I see Nas in the house. What's up, Nas? You got something to say, Nasir?
Well, as they're saying, the piggyback on the Taysom Hill thing. If you look back at the interview, what he said, he threw a slick shot at the Bengals. He said, until they can stop us. I said, oh, he just threw some slick shots at the Bengals. He said, man, we're going to run on y'all easy, boy. Y'all can't stop me. 95% of the defenses in the NFL can't stop me, boy.
You just got to be, Larry, you know, and I know they don't have to have no over 200 something yards. 300 something yards passing. They just have to be very balanced, play keep away, use the screen game, throw the ball when you need to throw the ball on third down. You don't have to be flashy. Run the football with Alvin Kamara. The Bengals run defense is terrible. So go ahead, Larry.
Y'all can say what y'all want about that secondary, but the way Paulson and Debo was hurt last week.
Yeah.
I identified that immediately. He was still hurt. That ankle still bothered him. He couldn't cut or nothing. That's why he stayed behind the receiver. So they're going to pick on him. But keep in mind, Joe Burrow is not Geno Smith.
Yeah. Wait. Hold up.
Joe Burrow is miles ahead of Geno Smith.
So you telling me, what you're telling me, if
we got a better quarterback this week.
If Joe Burrow do Geno Smith thing, because the stats, hold up. You telling me Geno threw 300 something yards. So you telling me you can't get no worse than that. I don't give a damn.
It's not about no stats.
We won the game when a guy threw over 300 yards, brother.
We know that Joe Burrow is a top-tier quarterback. Geno Smith just coming around, but we know Joe Burrow is a top-tier quarterback.
Geno did not lose the game for them. We can't bring up Geno Smith.
No, what I'm saying is Joe is a better quarterback than Geno.
We know that.
Geno got lucky because of the secondary.
That's not disputed, my brother. You can't do no more damage than what Geno did. It's going to be the same.
Hey, might even be worse.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you, brother. But what I'm saying,
that's my biggest area of concern.
Understand, Larry, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying that if Joe put up the same numbers that Geno did, and we still was able to overcome and win the game, I don't feel bad, bro.
That's because we won the game because the Seahawks made more mistakes than us. Somebody finally made more mistakes than us.
Let me tell you something. The Seahawks had a better record than the Bengals did last week. Okay? So we're playing. The Bengals are not.
Throw them records out. Throw them records out.
On last year, brother. You're looking on last year.
Throw them records out.
The Bengals make mistakes, brother. The Bengals make multiple mistakes.
What I'm saying right now is throw them records out. I'm looking at the matchup problem.
You turn the balls over. You get them to turn the ball over. We win the football game. That's football. You run the football. We keep the ball away from Joe.
We got to get them to turn the ball over. We ain't been taking the ball away.
All right. You already concealed to the Bengals. They're gonna win, right?
I don't know. We got to see. We got to see.
Right? Well, hey.
It's still an area of concern. It's still got to work. It's still an area of concern.
Larry, I'm gonna say I'm concerned like you are, but we can't continue to give up 32 points a game, bro. So that's the shit in the nutshell.
Continue?
I mean, and bro.
Wait. Continue. I think it's the first time.
Hold up, bro. We gave up 28 points to Minnesota the week before.
All right. Now Minnesota, look who you talking about. You're talking about a Minnesota team and a Seattle team first of all, these two teams offensively got weapons. They got weapons. Right. But go look into the previous two games against the Buccaneers. That game got out of hand in the end. Well, they scored their little 20-something points in the end, but they didn't.
Yeah.
No, these teams didn't really put up no big numbers on the Saints. Okay, the Saints defense was not the reason why the Saints are in this predicament. Okay, now, they had a bad game, brother. They had a bad game.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay to have a bad game.
But the defense cannot give up 32 points again today. And if it's a shootout again,
Dan got to say this to you, Larry. He said, Larry, Larry seems like he doesn't think the Saints have a chance to win if Winston is not the player.
We got a chance to win. We got a chance to win, but I'm concerned. I'm concerned about two areas. I'm concerned about that secondary, and I'm concerned about Hendrickson.
Oh man,
that's what I'm concerned about.
Wait, you concerned about who? You broke up.
Trey Hendrickson over James Hurst's head.
That's what I'm concerned about. That is a legitimate. But he's not going to be over James Hurst's head. Okay, it's going to be Ramchick. Okay, it's going to be Ramchick. The Saints are not putting. They're going to put their best lineman on Trey Hendrickson.
They can't flip. The offensive line can't flip like that, but the defensive line can flip like that.
But you got to understand what the Saints going to do. They're going to use an extra. What I know they're going to do. They're going to use the tight end more. You're going to see. You're probably going to see Troutman. And they're going to use extra pass protection. They're not going to just let him run free like that. One of the things I want you to understand, I agree with you, but what's going to stop the Bengals is basically the screen pass. If the Saints use the screen pass, run the football and keep time of possession. One of the things that we have to do if you're going to be objective is time of possession. Run the ball. Don't put the ball in the hands of Andy. Andy is not the Andy of old. You want to use a balanced attack in order to win this football game. You win the game by running the football, being efficient on third down, and running the football. Run Alvin until you can't run him no more. Run Taysom Hill till you can't run him no more. And, we got a couple other, weapons that we can use. I'm looking at our tight end position, Jawan Johnson being effective. The short game is going to be effective for the Saints, and the kicking game. We have to be efficient and attack this guy right here. Attack this guy right here. I'm going to put a star under this statement. Okay, I'm going to put a star under that statement. This is a big deal right here. This is a big deal, Saints fans. Because Marquise Callaway has had big games in the past for the Saints. Don't forget that Traquan, much as we ridicule Traquan, he had 100 yards this year. Okay? So we can get something out of mustard seed. I know you guys, it doesn't look pretty. It looks erratic. Sometimes when you don't have superstars on a football team, that's when teams seem to play together well. I don't know what it is. The Saints got guys off the street. We say that we have a great depth. We say that we're one of the deepest football teams in the NFL when the season starts. But when we get down to our depth, you guys are ready to give it up.
Hey, bro.
System, or you don't.
Hey, bro. No Kevin White.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Kevin White stressed the field. Whether we like him or not, he's still able to stress the field. If he's able to use his speed to get somebody else to go down and we able to go underneath, you got to respect speed, bro. NFL, we saw the game in the playoffs. I think it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when Kevin White caught that bomb in the playoffs. Kevin White can be effective. We just need him to catch the damn ball. If he can catch the ball when needed, just catch the damn ball. You know what I'm saying? They bring him back. They brought him back for a reason. I know Saints fans don't like him. I know this. But listen, bro, you never know. He might be one of the guys that be our hero today, y'all. As Saints fans, he's a Saint. Let's not be so hard on guys like that, man. It's very hard in the NFL just to get in the NFL. And for a team to call you back, there must be something in the dude, y'all. And much as I wanted Traquan Smith cut, much as I wanted Traquan Smith cut, he can't. They got him. They still got him there. And
only because he know the system.
Yeah, you know. So
Yeah,
I just,
yeah.
I'm gonna be optimistic and say, the only way we have a chance to win this football game if we run the football.
Okay.
Is that unlogical?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. Yeah.
We have to be able to be efficient on the run game. We don't make that. Andy is a shell of himself. Andy is not the guy back in his little young days where he was able to have that cannon. And Andy is a more efficient, accurate quarterback than he was when he was younger. He can do the little dump offs, he can make the little tight end. He does the little things that he's great against the blitz. He also, if you watch the game tape, he used the kill. He gets himself audible. He's a great audible. He's a very smart guy. You guys don't want to give credit to him because y'all are fans of Jameis Winston. I mean, I got to give credit when credit is due. Okay? He's running the Saints offense with efficient rate. He's not the reason why we lost that first game when he started the game. We should have won against Minnesota. It wasn't because of Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton played good enough for us to win.
Yeah.
So and then he comes back the next week and won. So you got to get behind your quarterback, man. I know you guys can't. You want to throw up. You got to get behind your quarterback, man. When Jameis come back, I'm gonna get behind him if he ever get his job back, and it's the fact.
Right.
If he ever get his job back.
Well, hey, go ahead, Nas.
Go ahead, Nas.
Boy, I'll tell you right now. I said this. This is the number one thing that's going to matter the utmost this game on the defense. The pass rush. That's why I care for pass rush more than anything. Because guess what your pass rush do? Your pass rush is what helps your linebackers, safeties, and DBs do all their jobs. And if your pass rush is not doing their job, guess what? Your linebackers are going to look average. Your safeties are going to look out of par, out of sync, and your DBs are going to look like diddly squat dumpster poop. Everybody going to be looking like stupid. Everybody going to look stupid because guess what? The pass rush not doing their job. It's just like the O-line. What is the O-line's job? The O-line's job is to help the quarterback, running backs, fullbacks, tight ends, slot, and wide out wide receivers do their job. Anytime your O-line ain't blocking, guess what? You're going to have a bad game. That's why I appreciate O-line and D-line on both sides of the ball more than anything. Your O-line is what help everybody on the offense do their job, and pass rush on the defensive side of the ball help everybody else do their job.
Now, I want you guys to understand, Jameis could have played this game. He could have actually played. He could have played last week. The fact is he could have played, but because the Saints are not in turmoil, they're not, the offense is still being ran. And if the Saints thought that they were not able to win with Dalton, they would go back to Jameis. If Dalton plays a horrible game, don't be surprised Jameis come in this football game. Okay?
Okay. Well, also we're on a short week too, though, bro.
Huh?
We on a short week this week too now.
Right.
We play again on Thursday.
And that makes a lot of sense. If he's going to play on Thursday night, you're not going to do this. You're not going to bring him out there like this when we're going to play straight up on a Thursday night. Okay. So the Saints and like I told you, if and it's just an if Dalton is one of the reasons we win this football game, you're going to see Jameis sit even longer. That's the nature of the game. I know you guys don't want to hear me say this, but it's the nature of the football game.
Right.
It's like, I know people are going to be upset. I know people are going to be like, oh, well, how the hell, they doing this to the black quarterback. No, they ain't doing this to the black quarterback.
Doing it to the quarterback.
They're doing this to the quarterback. It's production. Give me that. People are on the first thing we go is race. Some of you guys are very much intelligent people, but the first thing when something don't, if the narrative don't go that right, we look at Geno Smith, was the number one quarterback for the New York Jets. Geno Smith became a journeyman, and when he wound up getting with the Seattle Seahawks, he learned from Russell Wilson. He sat behind, because this ain't the Geno Smith we saw last year in that rain game with Jameis Winston and because in that game both quarterbacks looked like they didn't have. I don't think both quarterbacks had 80 yards. Probably a peak. The point what I'm making to you, we watched Geno elevate the offense. We watched Geno Smith. I ain't got time for no excuses. Geno didn't just play well against the Saints. Geno got the Seattle Seahawks as a top 5 offense this year. Okay? And they're not losing because of him. He's not the reason they're losing. Their poor defense is the reason why they're losing.
No Bobby Wagner. All you got is Brooks.
So
guess what?
Yeah.
They lost Jamal Adams to quad injury for the rest of the season.
So I'm not going to be the one to sit here and keep making excuses and going back and forth with people about black and white and this and this and that and this. I want production. You're going to tell me right now, the people with the Cowboys right now, they got to make a tough decision. They're paying their starting quarterback to one of the most highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL. He started the season with a terrible loss. He had 3 interceptions. They lost their very first game for them to go get a guy named Cooper Rush and be undefeated since. And he didn't put up big numbers. It's just the team just starting to play well under him.
And
so
it's the way they playing the ball too. Run the ball, play defense.
What's going to happen when they go back to that and they start losing under that? Then you know what? Somebody's going to get fired. Because everything in the NFL is about wins and losses. They don't care. They don't care about what your numbers is. Everybody kept bringing up last year. Jameis is 15 in this. I had 15 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. That's last year. It's great what he did.
All right. Since we saying all that, right? Check this out.
Go.
A couple of years back, we went on undefeated under Teddy, and we went like 3-1 under Taysom. But when Breeze came back from the injury, he got his spot back. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, we're gonna bring that.
Injury does not cause you to lose your job.
Larry, you talking about a Hall of Famer? Larry,
but regardless, it's still the same situation. An injury does not cost you your job. If that's the case, we should have. If that's the case, we should have said to and let Teddy keep rolling. See how far that train was going to go.
I understand what you're saying, bro, but you talking about. You see, this is what you're doing.
And they only played 2 games. And they only played 2 games.
I'm gonna mute my mic and let you finish, and then you can let me finish.
And they only played 2 games. He 1-1. You feel what I'm saying? So all this, and Jameis may not get his spot back talk is premature. That's what I'm saying. Let Andy play a couple of more games until Jameis get fully healed, or whenever they feel Jameis ready to come back. We're gonna see what we got. But for right now, all this Andy gonna take Jameis' spot. No, it's premature. After 2 games, and we 1-1, and we still could have lost last week. So we ain't putting out no dominating performances from the quarterback position.
Agreed.
Let me talk. Now hold up. Wasn't I very respectful? Now
you
please
were.
have the same respect for me. Please don't give me nothing about Teddy Shitwater. This is what Saints fans do. They bring on 5-0. They go on and tell me about what they've done with 5-0. But they fail to realize in a season, people gonna adjust to that 5-0. Ain't nobody gonna tell me that Cooper Rush is better than Dak Prescott. I just told you it's gonna be very hard because if Dak start losing, then you're gonna start getting criticism. We're talking about Drew freaking Brees. We're not talking about some quarterback out here. We're not even talking about Andy Dalton. We're talking about Drew Brees. We're talking about who had the skins, who won the Super Bowl. He was able to get his job because of the skins that he had on the wall. Them kind of quarterbacks going to get. That's like saying Tom Brady not going to get his job back. If Tom gets hurt and Taz start winning, you're not going to go back to Tom Brady? So one of the things I want people to understand is this. You know, I understand what you're talking about. It's not fair. It wasn't fair when Jeff Blake didn't get his job back. Because we can go back to Aaron Brooks, when Aaron Brooks only won a couple of games and wound up taking the Saints and won the playoff game when the very beginning of the season, it was Jeff Blake's. And Jeff Blake's lost his job. These were two black quarterbacks. Since we want to make it about race. And this black quarterback who had established himself as one of, and we all know Jeff Blake's was cooking. But he lost his job to the guy.
Okay. Look. But to go on what Larry just said, with that same scenario you just brought up, okay, they never gave Jeff Blake the chance to even win his job back.
No.
Yeah, they just basically gave it to Aaron Brooks.
And because they didn't have him that long. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's one thing to have a guy with your team for multiple years. You know that guy. They know you. They're not teams. When they gave Jameis that 2-year contract, that is not committed. You guys, Saint fans think that's a commitment? Don't you know they can erase him right in a minute? They can cut that little salary. They did not commit to this guy. Saints fans are delusional if you believe that the Saints 100% are committed to Jameis Winston. They didn't. And that's just the facts. That's not just me making up stuff. I can only go by what I know. They tried to go after another quarterback. Tried to put all their skins in to go after another quarterback. And you know who that other quarterback is. Be it right
Deshaun Watson.
Be it right or be it wrong. They were still trying to go past Jameis Winston. So what makes you think that they still committed to him? They want, look, if Dalton plays horrible, they're going to go back to Jameis Winston. But if Dalton wind up being they win and they go on a win streak, they start going on a win streak, you're not going to see Jameis back on. I'm just speaking the facts. I'm not speaking feelings. I'm only going with the facts. They're going to go with the guy who's winning.
The hot hand.
That's all they're going to do.
The hot hand. We don't want to go like the Vikings game that year.
I don't want people to sit here and think it's fair. No.
They going to the Saints game. Why are they going this late?
Okay, go ahead on, Larry.
Oh, I'm talking now. I'm in traffic by the Superdome trying to figure out if the Saints game start for 12.
Oh, you going there? You going to the game? Oh.
I'm going on the West Bank. I'm going to make a run to the West
They
Bank.
already in kickoff. I just seen it. They in kickoff.
Yeah, but they still got fools out here trying to get to the dome.
And this is another great statement, y'all. How Tom Brady won the starting job in New England. He didn't get that job. He was a 7-round pick, a 6th-round pick.
Six.
He came over there. Drew Bledsoe already had the skins on the table. Drew Bledsoe, you think that was right for them to give to go with that guy? They got hot once Drew Bledsoe was injured. He was injured too. Y'all forget that Drew Bledsoe was injured. That's how Tom Brady became Tom Brady, from an injury. It happens to everybody all the time, y'all. It ain't just black and white. Y'all just ain't tapping into it. Many quarterbacks have lost their job due to injury. It's not fair. It's not fair.
That's what I be saying. And I get chewed out for it.
It ain't about black and white. The only thing I'm saying is we 2 games in with Andy, we 1-1. Let it play out.
That's all I'm saying.
Let it play out.
I'm not even. I want you to understand. I'm not against you, brother. I'm not against what you be talking about. I think that you talking some real shit. All I'm saying is, and it's just an if Andy plays well and he keeps winning, all I'm telling you is, from what I'm reading from sources, is that the Saints are going to go with the hot hand.
But look here. Let me tell you something about them sources, because I've been reading them sources since preseason. They got so many sports writers that's against Jameis, they try to find any little thing to shit on him about. You feel what I'm saying? Any little thing. Just like the games we lost, It wasn't all his fault that we lost them games. We had other shit breaking down. Same thing with the Minnesota game with Andy. It wasn't his fault that we lost that game, but other shit happened. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay,
It's just other shit happened in the game that caused us to lose the game. We just made more mistakes than the other teams.
If anybody strolled to the top, and I dropped this, I got a link in the top. I don't know why y'all don't think about it, and I'm going to press a star on this. There's a link in the chat. If you raise to the top, y'all. And I see one of the brothers.
It's a comment. Oh. Check out the comment that was said, guys.
Yeah, I seen one of the brothers want to come in. There's a star right there. Come on in, man. Y'all come on in. Okay?
Check out that comment that was previously said. They said, hell no, play Jameis when healthy. I said, perfect sense. That's all we saying. Play Jameis when he's 100% healthy.
When he healthy.
Yeah, when he's healthy. Don't put him out there he's not healthy.
But
put him out there he's not healthy.
All I'm telling you is what's going to happen if it gets to the point where they just say they want him to get 100% healthy, and they say Andy goes, I'm just being premature and I'm being an asshole. What? just what if this guy go on a 6-game winning streak, and the Saints are they vibing and they doing their thing, and Jameis is 100%. Are you realistically think that this organization is going to turn back to Jameis? That's what I'm asking you. I'm gonna go with you, Hump.
Well, I mean, and right now you go with the hot hand, and when that man is healthy, then we'll see how it goes at that point there. But at the same point, I have to agree with Larry, because you don't lose your starting job, and Andy ain't played but 2 games, and like I say again, hey, had Jameis been 3-0 with the bad back, Jameis probably would have still, look, it would have still been like, yay, you hear what I'm saying? But, it's not like that right now. The man wasn't healthy. He played 2 games hurt, and he shouldn't have played those games. We should have went with Andy then, but, it's all old news. It's down the line. We're in week 6 right now. We're getting ready to kick off in another 5 minutes. So we'll see what Andy does if he's 2-1.
Okay, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this once again. And as I close and get ready to close, okay, I understand what Saints fans do, but let's just be honest. Jameis played this year. I'm not going back to last year. And I'm not talking about records. Even Dalton in losing has been productive. All I'm telling you is Jameis have not been productive. That's just being honest, Saints fans. And rather it's injury, or rather him, other situations, him holding on to the football, him getting blitzed, a lot of stuff he has to do. He has to be better, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Be honest with yourself. Be honest. Be objective. Let's not make this about black and white. Let's just make it about. I'll see y'all in after the game immediately. As soon as the game over, we'll be coming here. You guys have a great one. Who dat?